Hi everyone, it's Dr. Lauren Pepper from Innovation Health, and today I want to spend a few minutes to recap some of the things that I spoke about the other day when I did the Stay Fit While You Sit Lunch and Learn seminar here at Innovation Park. Now, I realize you're not going to gather all the information in this quick clip, but I hope it's enough to at least get you to understand some of the highlights that we spoke about. And this is a no-frills tape, but I want to make sure that you're getting the information that you need. So just take a moment to absorb what it is that I'm going to show you and teach you. And if you have any questions, you can certainly contact us. We're at ihealthnc.com. And my direct line is 704-549-3005. We're right here at Innovation Park. And here we go. Okay, so our body is made up of parts. And those parts break down into the bones. The bones are the spine and all the ribs and the pelvis. Okay, that's like the core part of you, the foundation of you. Those bones come together and they form hinges or joints. Okay, like our shoulder joint and our hip joint. And these are really key players. And what happens when you're sitting, some of these areas get real compromised. So you think of like a door hinge and how it opens and closes real nice and smoothly. That's what we're going for. But what happens is sometimes we lose the ability to get that smooth movement through our hinges or those joints when there was imbalances. Either the joints are getting sticky and they're not moving the way they should. Sometimes it's because the muscles are weak or out of balance. The muscles attach to the bones, okay, and they allow the joints to do the movement. If you don't have clear nerve impulse from the brain down the spine to the muscles are not going to be able to work properly, and then you're going to start to compromise in the positioning of the joints. Excuse me. So the first thing is to make sure that you have to understand all parts are connected in your body. And when you start to compromise or lose any of those working parts, that's where problems show up. Sometimes the problems show up in the form of neck pain, back pain. Sometimes it shows up as headaches. Sometimes it shows up as plantar fasciitis or carpal tunnel syndrome or shin splints or digestive problems. It's all the same problem. It just comes out in different ways in different people, but for the most part, unless there was blood trauma or a genetic, compromises to the body, for the most part, we're designed the same. And when we get these different symptoms or pain patterns, it really comes down to the cause of it is very commonly associated with your body's frame, okay, and the nerves that go down the spine and out into these different parts and let the muscles do their job. The muscles don't know what to do unless the nerves tell them, okay? So that's really my first point. So I want to show you that there are important, really simple, quick, non-exercise type movements that you can do to improve the quality of your health. You don't have to wait to the end of the day when you've been sitting for 8 hours and try to get over to the gym to bring your body back into balance. And that's really what we want to do. We want to capture the moments during the workday so that you have tangible things that you can do to counter the effect of gravity. Okay, sitting is not something that our bodies were ever designed to do, and because we're sitting so much, they're actually labeling it, they being like the media and certain health people are really nailing it that sitting has become an epidemic, and they're saying like sitting is the new smoking. You probably have read that in some of the papers, but it's true that sitting is so devastating and it's causing so many health problems. So let's work together to try to team up to change this, because you're sitting all day. I know you're sitting all day because of all the people that are coming in to see us here at Innovation Health. They're starting to see what they can do differently, not waiting for their bodies to break down, for them to become so sick or have so much arthritis or degenerative joint disease that it won't be fixable, okay? So let this inspire you. Now, with modern day living, we're sitting in front of everything, right? Every screen imaginable is in front of us. And because of that, it's pulling us down. Gravity is not our friend if it's pulling us down, so we have to do things to counter the effect of that. So what I want you to first think about is the positioning of your head in relationship to your shoulders, okay? Because if you're not positioned in a way that's going to be keeping your ears centered over your shoulder, then you're going to be pulling all the muscles in the back of your neck down into the middle of your shoulder blades are all going to start to pull forward, and that's a real problem because it's just compressing down on all of the muscles, all of the joints, all of the discs that are meant to help to keep your body balanced, okay? And of course, the nerves start to get pressed on, and that's where we get the bigger problems. So you want to make sure that you draw the head back throughout the day, okay? You don't need to be going forward toward that screen. That screen is right in front of you. You need to keep your ears in alignment with your shoulders. So ask a coworker to look at you from the side, perhaps snap a picture, so that you can see where you're starting from. And if your ears are forward of your shoulder, that's a pretty clear sign that you need to start working on bringing your head back a little bit during the workday, okay? So that in and of itself may not feel so comfortable. So the step 2 of what I spoke about is that you have to open up your chest. If you were encountered by a big grizzly bear, they say, you know, open up, get big, right? To scare the bear, or to at least let the bear know that you shouldn't be messed with, right? And that's really what I want you to think about, is to imagine that you are opening up your body so that you have the nice open chest. You're going to feel the upper back muscles in between the shoulder blades start to kick in and have to work a little bit more, okay? So the chin's going back, you're going to open up through the chest, and if you want, you can take the arms out to the side, and notice that my thumbs are going out and away from each other, and I'm really getting a nice little stretch through the front here, and I'm also starting to work those muscles in my upper back, okay? So that's step 2. Step 3 is to lengthen through where your ribs end, all the way down to where you feel those bones in the front of you. That's the front of your pelvis. When we're sitting all day, we tend to get real short through there because we collapse down through this area, and it really causes us to have some problems when we go from a sitting position to a standing position. If these are all short, ow, my back is going to hurt. And that's what's happening with most of you people all day long. You're getting short through here. So you have to, when you're sitting, you want to think about lengthening through the ribs and the pelvis, okay? Not only that, but what's awesome is that you're going to also look leaner. You're going to look skinnier. Because when we're sitting and we're compressing and we're bringing it down, we have little rolls of fat that start to pile on top of each other, and it makes us look a lot bigger than we really are. So think about that. You're getting skinny too. You're getting nice and long from here. So first step, chin back. Second step, open up through the chest. Take some breaths of air because you need oxygen. Open up through the rib cage. This is the second or the fourth point. The fourth point is that we have to make sure that we learn how to hinge properly from our hips, okay? Most of the time we're collapsing through here. We're getting a lot of pain in that low back and the back of the neck because we're shortening all these muscles here and here, here and here. So we lengthen by bringing this back through here. Now we're getting length. And we start to hinge through our hips by just rolling our body forward, okay? Now again, this in and of itself is not going to be good unless you understand and use step number 5, which I believe is the most important. And that is you have to draw your energy and anchor your heels down into the floor, okay? When you do that, it's amazing the magic that happens. You start using the muscles in the back of your legs. You start using the muscles all along the gluteal area so you get a nice firm butt over time. And now you're going to start to get a nice non-exercise movement in there that's going to really help to tone and strengthen these really key players. So let's put it all together working backwards. Push your heels into the floor. And if you want some extra credit, push out on the outer part of your feet as well, and you'll start getting some inner thigh connection going on there, which is another big core muscle connector. Okay, so heel down through the floor, not powering through like 100%, but just like 20% of what you're capable of, just so you feel heat and energy working on the back of the legs and the butt. Push down into the floor, out on the outer edges of your feet, but this is the key, listen closely. Do not lift your toes up off the floor. Anchoring down is what we're looking for. We want to get flexibility and strength in our feet. So you have to make sure that your toes stay down and you're pushing through the heels and on the outer part of your feet. So it takes a little practice. Once you get that and you're anchored, then you hinge from the hip. We're working backwards. This was my number 4, but now it's backward. So it's my number 2 step. So heels down, anchoring through the hips, open and lengthen the rib cage, open up your chest, and draw the head back, okay? With any of these kind of movements, whether you're sitting or whether you're standing, and I'm going to build upon this over time, but this is the foundational exercise, 5-step exercise plan for your sitting that is going to make a big difference. If you want, you can glide the arms back, or your hands back along your thighs, and you will get so much relief. I promise you. Stay fit while you sit. Give us a call if you have any questions. Again, the number is 704-549-3005. I'm Dr. Lauren Pepper. Peace out. Have a great day.
Why is it doing that? Why is this in the way? Hi everyone, it's Dr. Lauren Pepper, and I am creating a very no-frills videotape to bring to you some of the things that I talked about the other day during Stay Fit While You Sit seminar here at Innovation Park. Sorry you weren't able to make it. I put an extra chair here for you symbolically because I was wishing that you would be here. But in the meantime, let me just go over a few of the key points, and if I have to refer to my notes, just let me do that because this is Hi everyone, it's Dr. Lauren Pepper here at Innovation Health, and I am going to recap some of the highlights from the talk I did the other day called Staying Fit While You Sit. I'm sorry you weren't able to make it. I put a symbolic chair there for you just so that you would feel like you were hearing me in spirit. So here we go. First thing you need to remember is that your body is made up of all different parts. Okay, you've got your bones, you've got your muscles, you have your nerves, you have your organs, and they all work together. Everything's connected, okay? So that's the first point, is that everything is connected and they all parts need each other to be in balance and to do their job. So when we're talking about you down to your framework, we think about the skeleton, we think about the bones, okay? So your main frame is made up of your spinal column, it's made up of your rib cage, and it's made up of your pelvis. Those three areas work together to keep you foundationally sound, okay? Now, when your bones connect together, those are called joints. And you need the joints because the joints allow us to move. I call those hinges, okay? So if you have a sticky hinge, like a door hinge, not good, right? So whether it's a hip hinge or a shoulder hinge or a neck hinge, vertebrae hinging, if they're not working properly, that's a problem, okay? It leads to arthritis, it leads to degeneration, it leads to health issues. And believe me, whatever the health issue is, whatever that symptom is, just know that all symptoms are pretty much come down to the same thing. It means that the hinges aren't working properly, and the reason why the hinges aren't working properly usually goes back to the muscles. The muscles are the connectors, okay? You have these connectors, these muscle pulleys that allow the bones to move, okay? So anytime a bone is not moving properly or a joint is stuck, it leads to pressure on the nerves. And when the nerves are not happy, that's when the health problems show up, whether it's headache, neck pain, back pain, digestive problem, carpal tunnel syndrome, shin splints, plantar fasciitis, on it goes, okay? Those are symptoms, and they really show up in different people in different ways, but it's the same problem over and over again. The cause is often the same under most situations. Obviously, if you have trauma or genetic predispositions, those are on a different scale, okay? But for the most part, we're talking about general population. Now, sitting is one of the worst things that we can do for our bodies. We're not meant to sit all day long the way that everybody here at Innovation Park seems to be doing, which is why I'm on a mission to help to teach you all some foundational things that you can do so that you come to us because you want help, not because you can't move your body, okay? We're trying to help prevent some of these bigger problems. So the reason why sitting and health is becoming a bigger problem, like health compromise, is because we're sitting so much more. Modern technology has everything right in front of us all day long. It just, the size of the screen changes, but for the most part, everything that you're doing right now is in front of you. You have a screen, you have your desk, and you have everything that you have in front of it right there that you need, whether it's the phone or the computer and so forth. So when you're sitting, you have to be smarter about that, okay? Because if not, you're gonna have other health problems, and I'm gonna try to wish that you would have taken my advice. So this is it in a nutshell, okay? You have to make sure that your ears are over your shoulders. If your head is jetting forward because everything's in front of you, that becomes a big problem. It starts to pull on the back of the muscles in the back of your neck and shoulder and upper back through the shoulder blades. That's the first thing. Second thing that it does is it also causes pulling through here because these muscles get shorter. So we have to figure out how to do differently so that if you're gonna be sitting all day, you have to make sure that the head is not being carried forward. So either have someone snap a picture of you from the side or ask a coworker to look at you and just say, where's my head in relationship to my center, like in relationship to my ribs, in relationship to my shoulders, okay? Your ears are a good landmark to use, okay? So if your ears are forward of your shoulders, or if your shoulders are forward of your ribs, then that's a good indicator that you need to start thinking backwards, okay? So you need to glide the head and get the head in line with the rest of you. Now that in and of itself will not feel comfortable, so let's talk about how to piece this together in 5 simple steps. And then you can use these foundational 5 simple steps to start to learn other things that will help you, okay? All of my exercises that I teach to help you with staying fit while you sit all begin with these 5 points, okay? Head goes back, chest gets open, lengthening through the ribs, okay? So you're not allowing the rib to drop down like this. When the ribs drop down like that, it makes you look fat, okay? But bigger than that, it causes all these muscles down here to get real short. So we want to lengthen them so they stay nice and long, okay? Next thing, so head goes back, open up through the chest, lengthen through the ribs. We're going to hinge a little bit forward through the hips and push the heels down into the floor. Those 5 things put together, not only are they going to help to bring balance back into your day, but you cannot believe how good you're going to look, because you're going to work the back of the legs, you're going to work your butt muscles, and you're going to work your upper back muscles, and your posture is going to look beautiful, and your derriere will start to look better as well. Not to mention that when you're sitting up stronger or taller, you look more confident, so you just might get that raise you're after, okay? All right, listen, that's it for now. Dr. Lauren Pepper signing off. Next time, please don't miss my seminar, because I'm chock full of all kinds of information. In the meantime, if you want to reach out to me, if you have a question, you want to come in for a consult or examination or a massage, we're here for you. That's what we're doing here at Innovation Park, is we're trying to bring health passionately into your life on a regular basis. And you don't even have to get in your car to come to us. Just walk on over. We're right here. Our number is 704-549-3005. Or you can log on to our website, which is full of all kinds of information. You can fill out new patient forms, you can schedule a massage, you can schedule to come in to see us, and we'd be happy to help you. And that address is like the letter I, healthnc.com. You have a great day, and I will hopefully meet you real soon. Bye-bye now.